Reimagining Oz, a new perspective. Gregory McGuire's Wicked: The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West takes readers on a journey back to the magical land of Oz. This is not the Oz we remember from childhood stories. McGuire presents a darker, more complex world. He unravels the familiar narrative of the Wizard of Oz. We see the story unfold from the perspective of the so-called Wicked Witch of the West. Her name is Elphaba, and her story is far from simple. McGuire challenges us to question everything we thought we knew about good and evil. He paints a picture of a land grappling with real-world issues. We see prejudice, political corruption, and social unrest. In this Oz, things are not always what they seem. This makes Wicked a thought-provoking read. The novel is a prequel to the classic tale. It provides a backstory for the Wicked Witch. We learn about her childhood, her family, and the experiences that shaped her into the woman she becomes. McGuire's Elphaba is not simply a villain, she is a complex character with her own motivations, desires, and flaws. The Green Girl, Elphaba's journey. Elphaba is born with emerald green skin. This instantly marks her as different in the eyes of Oz's society. She faces prejudice and discrimination from a young age. Her own father, the powerful religious leader Frex, is ashamed of her. Elphaba's journey is one of alienation and resilience. She constantly fights to be understood and accepted for who she is. At university, Elphaba meets the popular and bubbly Galinda, later known as Glinda the Good Witch. Their relationship is complex. It is marked by rivalry, misunderstanding, and an eventual, albeit uneasy, friendship. Through their interactions, McGuire explores themes of social status, conformity, and the pressure to fit in. Elphaba is also drawn to the charismatic Fiyero. He is an Ajiki prince who challenges the norms of Ozian society. Their love story is passionate but ultimately tragic. It highlights the dangers of fighting against a corrupt system. Elphaba's relationships with Glinda, Fiyero, and other characters shape her worldview. She becomes increasingly disillusioned with the injustices she witnesses. This pushes her towards a path of resistance and ultimately to the label of wicked. Oz, Land of Contradictions. McGuire's Oz is a far cry from the whimsical land depicted in Baum's original books. This Oz is a place of political intrigue, religious fanaticism, and social unrest. The Emerald City, while dazzling on the surface, hides a dark underbelly of corruption and control. Animals, capable of speech and thought, are treated as second-class citizens. They are often used for labor or entertainment. The novel explores the ethical implications of this hierarchy. It forces readers to confront difficult questions about animal rights and exploitation. McGuire uses Oz as a microcosm of the real world. He explores themes of power, oppression, and the abuse of authority. The wizard, who presents himself as a benevolent ruler, is eventually revealed to be a manipulative figure. He uses propaganda and fear to maintain his grip on power. Good and evil, a matter of perspective? Wicked challenges the traditional binary of good and evil. McGuire suggests that morality is rarely clear-cut. It is often a matter of perspective. Elphaba, the so-called Wicked Witch, is not inherently evil. She is driven by a strong sense of justice and a desire to protect the oppressed. Her actions, often seen as villainous, are often a response to the injustices she witnesses. Glinda, on the other hand, while portrayed as good, benefits from the existing power structures. She often turns a blind eye to the suffering of others. McGuire asks us to consider who gets to define good and evil. He suggests that history is written by the victors. In this case, it is the so-called good characters who control the narrative. Wicked gives a voice to the marginalized and challenges us to question the stories we are told.